Yeah, cool. I managed to get that timing right this time anyway. So my name's Brian. Hello and welcome to my channel, and in this vid I'm looking at my Gibson R8 Les Paul. I bought this back in, I'll just switch that off. I bought this back in early 2013, so I've had it 12 years. But apparently the manufacturing date, I believe, is January 2012. But the basic specs of this guitar was around the 2011 period, and apparently I've had a little search around. Apparently it was a pretty good year for these, and yeah, this guitar has endured really well and served me really well. Basically the R8, if you're not sure, the R8 is basically the 1958, if you will. It's a reissue of it, in terms of they've tried to use some of the old building practices they used to use back in the day, and the Gibson around about this time, that's when they kind of started doing a lot of these reissues and getting into that. And I think the reason for that is because they realised that their older vintage stuff, it's just so popular and people love it, and they must have been doing something right, so they kind of took a step backwards and looked at it and thought, yeah, let's see if we can go back to the sort of drawing board but bring it out in a modern form. And that's what you've got with this. So it's a nice T finish, it's got Custombuckers pickups in it. What else have we got? We've got this super thick, and it really is a baseball bat. This is the biggest neck of any guitar I've ever owned, or even tried. It is huge, but you do get used to it, and it means it's ultra stable. And this guitar is one of the few Les Pauls I've ever bonded with, and it does stay in tune. It really superb in fact, in the fact that, you know, it's not one where if I'm out playing this live or mucking about with it or recording with it, that I have to tune it all the time. It's superb for that. The weight is I'd say the weight is, it's not one of the light Les Pauls, it's not one of the boat anchors, it's somewhere in between. What else have we got on here? We've got this plain top here, so it's not got any fancy striping. I believe a lot of the early Les Pauls were plain tops. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I really do like this plain top. It's just really down to earth, and I don't know, it kind of makes me not as afraid to get this one dinged as if it was one of those fancy flame toppers. What else can we say about this guitar? The tuners there, vintage style tuners, but it all works really well, you know. I took the scratch plate off. I'm not a fan of Les Paul scratch plates. I took that off, and yeah, let's just have a few little sounds on it. You've got so it does a lovely clean neck pickup sound, and it'll you get a nice edge of breakup sounds out of it as well. Add a bit more gain on. Can be a real riff machine as well. And the lead stuff, I mean, you can get the kind of old sort of bluesy neck pickup sound. We'll put it in the on the bridge pickup. Fantastic. Of course you've got that out of phase, I call it out of phase, with the pickup in between the two settings there. That sound that Jimmy Page used a lot on the old Zeppelin albums and that. So all in all, like I say, this is one of the few Les Pauls I've ever bonded with. It's a keeper for me. I use it on all sorts, and yeah, it's just a great guitar, and you know, Gibson do come in for a lot of stick, and I must admit I've given them some stick myself, especially that New Orleans era stuff. But I do really genuinely think, as we're going into the 2020s, they're getting back. They're getting back to making really, really good guitars again. And I do think this kind of era here, that in the early 2010s, is a good little era too for Les Pauls. So yeah, that's my R8 Gibson Les Paul, and it's a guitar that I treasure and love. Despite the baseball bat, like I say, you do get used to that. So it just remains for me to say, thanks for watching, stay safe, keep well, and I'll see you all later, guys. Bye.